Bryn is a seamstress who, despite having reached adulthood, still resides in the house where she grew up. A place filled with happy memories, but now tinged by the tragic absence of her mother. This loss, along with a mysterious incident from the past that has earned her the disdain of the entire town, has turned her into an anxious and withdrawn person, living a solitary life full of fears. In the midst of her suffering, she finds solace in small rituals, writing nostalgia-laden letters to her best friend Maud, confessing how much she misses her and lamenting the mistakes of the past. She also diligently dedicates herself to building a model city in her living room and meticulously preparing gourmet dishes, trying to fill the voids in her heart with these activities. One night, the silence of her home is interrupted by the presence of an intruder. Bryn, terrified, quickly realizes that it is an extraterrestrial being with a humanoid appearance. In her desperation to escape, the alien chases her, using telekinesis to immobilize her. In an unexpected turn, Bryn manages to stab him in the head with a broken piece from the bell tower of her model city, freeing herself from his control. With all the electronic devices rendered useless after the attack, Bryn abandons her car and the alien's body, taking her bicycle to head towards the city. On her way to the police station, she passes by her neighbor's looted house and an overturned mail truck, noticing small circles on the lawn that seem to be landing spots. At the police station, she comes face to face with Maud's parents, who turn out to be the police chief and his wife. Maud's mother, with a look of deep contempt, spits in her face before leaving Bryn even more dejected. Determined to escape, Bryn boards a bus leaving the city. However, some of the passengers, controlled by other aliens, try to stop her. Despite everything, Bryn manages to escape and takes refuge in an abandoned church, where she finds the tomb of Maud, who passed away at the age of 12. There, Bryn encounters a group of people under the control of small creatures with tentacles that visibly slide under the skin of their throats. Bryn runs home desperately, where she makes a terrifying discovery: the dead alien also housed one of those tentacled creatures in its throat, which has now escaped. Filled with determination, Bryn decides to fortify her home, preparing for the possibility that the aliens might return. That night, a blinding light illuminates her house, taking away the alien's corpse. Bryn, brave but fearful, confronts two more creatures. One of the aliens, much larger, seems to study Bryn with a mix of curiosity and bewilderment, as if she were an anomaly. With telekinesis, the alien easily snatches the scissors that Bryn had taken as a weapon, but it cannot tear away the photo of her and Maud, which she clings to desperately. The creature finally manages to take the photo, observing it with confusion before Bryn, in a frantic struggle with another smaller creature, impales the alien with the broken handle of a mop and slams the door on its head. Escape after escape, Bryn finds herself trapped by a man under the control of aliens, who drags her towards the beam of a flying saucer. Just as she is about to be abducted, Bryn kicks the man, sending him into the beam and managing to escape. But her struggle is not over yet. A third extraterrestrial, immensely large, stalks her, climbing onto her house to catch her. Bryn, in a bold maneuver, leads it to her truck, where the creature's long limbs become trapped. With a foot puncturing the gas tank, Bryn ignites the fuel. Although a flying saucer extinguishes the flames with a ray, the creature succumbs, dying burned. After running back to his house, the same alien who had interacted with Bryn before enters a room full of letters and photos of Maud, which Bryn had treasured. With an inquisitive look, he examines these belongings. Bryn, determined to defend herself, attempts to attack, but is telekinetically thrown through a wall, becoming immobilized by a red beam. The alien, levitating in the air, regurgitates a tentacled creature that forcibly enters Bryn's mouth. Immediately, Bryn falls into a hallucination where her home is undamaged and her best friend, Maud, is still alive. However, Bryn manages to break free from the hallucination and tears the creature from her mouth with fierce determination. The alien then summons a flying saucer that levitates the tentacled creature, quickly turning it into a copy of Bryn. Bryn's double chases the real Bryn through the forest. In a desperate struggle, the double catches her and stabs her, but Bryn, brave and cunning, kills her with a cutter and manages to escape to a deserted road. There, she encounters a huge alien before being sucked up by a flying saucer. Inside the ship, Bryn is psychically probed by a group of aliens, forcing her to remember the tragic event that turned the entire village against her. During an argument in a field, Maud pushed Bryn to the ground and, in a moment of desperation, Bryn hit Maud on the head with a rock, causing her death. The aliens converse among themselves and finally return Bryn to Earth, without the control of a parasite that manipulates her thoughts and actions. Some time later, Bryn lives in her house, now intact. It is evident that all the other residents of the town are under the control of the aliens. However, in a surprising twist of fate, the townspeople show kindness towards Bryn, marking a significant change in her life since before the invasion.